Tyler Perry is so full of crap, talking about, oh, well, I did it to pay homage to my sisters, my aunts, my mothers, grandmothers. If that was the case, you did that 30 movies ago, talking about some representation of the reality. First of all, even if that's the case, do you think a woman who's working 2 jobs to support her children, stressed, depressed, can't even afford to send them lunch money, eviction notice on their door, wants to come home, turn the TV on, and seeing a movie that projects her entire life? A terrible ending at that? Now, representation does matter, but you can also do that in a positive light. The only time you try to do a comedic relief movie is when you do a Madea movie that you're the lead in. Especially with Taraji coming on here saying that people don't pay her enough, but that you paid her enough, and she appreciates that. Of course she's gonna do a movie for you. The only one that's paying her. To minimize her entire catalog, stress, and depressed movies is not even fair to her as an actress.
It's unfortunate how Tyler Perry constantly claims to uplift and celebrate Black women and the community, yet he can't seem to escape the growing allegations of mistreating Black entertainers. From Nique to Christian Keys and Brandon J., several voices have come forward over the years, exposing how Tyler uses his power to control narratives. They allege that if someone doesn't fall in line with his vision, he's quick to blacklist them, despite claiming to be a champion for the very people he silences. And now, with even more attention coming from outside the community, it seems Tyler can't outrun the truth, no matter how carefully he crafts his image.
When you don't do what we ask you to do, we'll take your livelihood. So for 8 years, my family has suffered and my career has suffered because what I would not allow those entities to do was bully me. And because I didn't allow the bullying to happen, this is now what I sit in.
What Tyler Perry did to Monique isn't an isolated case. Now people are saying he did Taraji P. Henson dirty too, right after the release of their new movie Straw. The film received several negative reviews, and since Taraji is the lead, all eyes were on her. But if this is how someone as respected as Taraji is treated, just imagine what the rest of the cast and crew, those without her clout, may have endured. Allegedly, many stayed silent, afraid to speak out against someone with Tyler's power and influence.
I can tell you this, I have made more Black millionaires, hear me when I say this, than any studio in this city combined, because I'm making footprints.
Tyler Perry knew exactly what he was doing when he made that bold claim about creating more Black millionaires than any other studio in LA. It wasn't just a flex, it felt like a calculated move, especially with the timing. People are saying he made that statement because he knew damaging information about him was about to surface, and he wanted to get ahead of the narrative. He wanted folks to believe that any backlash against him was just another attempt to tear down a successful Black man. But let's be honest, everyone can't be lying about Tyler Perry. Yes, he's done generous things for people, and that shouldn't be erased. But good deeds don't cancel out toxic patterns, and there's still not enough evidence to prove that the man social media paints as kind and charitable is the whole truth. Especially when you look at how he continuously portrays and devalues Black women in his content, from The Oval to Ruthless, Sistas, and Beauty and Black, the formula rarely changes. Black women are either struggling single moms on the verge of collapse, or they're powerful, educated, and successful, but cold, manipulative, addicted, or emotionally broken. And whenever these women are paired with successful Black men, those men always seem eager to leave them behind for a white or racially ambiguous dream woman. Meanwhile, the Black woman finds redemption in the arms of a humble blue-collar man. And when it's time to add humor to the mix, guess who plays the woman? Tyler Perry himself.
Tyler Perry hates Black women, and I'm not saying allegedly because the proof is in the pudding. It is becoming more evident that Tyler only sees Black women as hardworking, struggling rape victims that of course one day are going to be rescued by a blue-collared Black man. Managed to make billions of dollars off the backs of Black female pain, and I'm sick of it.
Even with Taraji P. Henson's long history of working with Tyler Perry, the pattern in his storytelling stays the same. In The Family That Prays, she plays a highly successful Black woman married to a construction worker, only to end up cheating with her wealthy white boss. In I Can Do Bad All By Myself, the lead is a successful woman who just happens to fall in love with a jobless immigrant living in her basement. And let's not forget Acrimony, a wild ride where Taraji's character is dragged through emotional hell by a man, only to die without any real redemption or happy ending. It's not that these situations don't happen in real life, but why is the Black woman always the one carrying the heaviest burden? Why is her story always told through trauma, betrayal, and loss? In Straw, it's the same all over again. Taraji gives a powerful, Emmy-worthy performance as Janiyah, but the storyline is so over the top it's hard to digest. Just 30 minutes Into the movie, her character, a single black mother, has been evicted, fired, had her daughter taken by CPS, her car impounded, got robbed at work, killed her boss, and then robbed a bank. You can't make this stuff up. But apparently, Tyler Perry can, and while drama is one thing, many viewers couldn't look past the problematic patterns. Once again, the black woman is used as a symbol of endless suffering, no peace, no joy, just chaos disguised as entertainment.
I don't know if Tyler Perry doesn't like black women or doesn't give a damn about black women or thinks he knows black women, but these storylines that he's concocting that's supposed to be the story of black women are so idiotic. I cannot take it anymore.
According to Taraji, when Tyler Perry isn't busy living out bizarre fantasies about black women and other black entertainers through his films, he's allegedly mistreating them behind the scenes, with support from powerful Hollywood elites. What makes it complicated is how he wraps it all in a web of generosity. For instance, when Taraji starred in I Can Do Bad All By Myself, Tyler was the first to pay her $500,000 for a movie, marking a major milestone in her career. And even with Straw, he reportedly paid her exactly what she asked for. Which is significant considering Taraji recently got emotional discussing how undervalued she's been in Hollywood despite decades of hard work. So while the money may be real, it doesn't erase the deeper issues people continue to call out.
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired.
But the money came with a trade-off. Now, Taraji had to follow their rules, or risk having her livelihood threatened. That allegedly included doing additional unpaid labor to promote the movie, even after filming was done. And with the recent lawsuit Tyler Perry is facing, she still has to appear alongside him and promote Straw, despite all the controversy. It's eerily similar to what Nique described, being expected to go above and beyond her contract without additional pay. When she refused, she was blackballed. Now, people are wondering if Taraji is facing that same unspoken pressure under the guise of opportunity.
Only for Tyler Perry to admit he did start a rumor that I was difficult to work with. He lied. Only for Tyler Perry to admit I was wrong.
Tyler Perry is also allegedly known for making bizarre, last-minute decisions on set. He's been reported to demand entire scenes be redone simply because he didn't like one element, or even toss out the script altogether. His level of control can be so extreme that he'll walk in and completely rewrite a character's storyline on the spot, regardless of how they were originally meant to be portrayed. And the actors? They're expected to stay silent, adapt instantly, and memorize an entirely new script without question, all to keep the show moving.
Mr. Perry comes in, everything changes. So we literally run the entire episode for him, and he hates it. Does that mean I have to learn a whole new script? Yes, that's what it means. Mr. Perry, on the spot, starts rewriting the entire script, and he's feeding me the lines to say, and the director is kind of standing on the side like, you better do it, because if not, they will fire you.
You know, and if we have a disagreement about the way the scene should go, I'll be like, okay, let's try it my way, and we'll try it your way, and we'll see which one works. But mine always wins out.
Because he has the control of the editing, right?
That's exactly.
And when Tyler Perry isn't allegedly controlling or mistreating women on set, he's reportedly making the men feel uncomfortable too. Just look at the whole situation with Christian Keys. That incident alone raised serious eyebrows, with many questioning what really goes on behind the scenes. It's not just about the women anymore. Men have also spoken out about feeling uneasy under his leadership, adding yet another layer to the growing concerns surrounding his behavior on and off set.
I'm grateful for this person for showing me how not to be. When you're the boss, how not to be. You don't sexually harass your employees. You don't pressure them, bully them, try to intimidate them into what you want. I am grateful for that.
Now, another actor from The Oval, Derek Dixon, has filed a $260 million lawsuit against Tyler Perry, accusing him of creating a toxic work environment and making inappropriate advances toward him. Derek claims he knew the kind of power Tyler held in the industry and feared that outright rejection could end his career, so he stayed silent, living in constant fear of losing his job and livelihood if he ever spoke up about the alleged sexual harassment. In response, Tyler Perry has tried to defend himself, releasing statements claiming that his films are made to celebrate and give a voice to struggling black women. He's also dismissed the lawsuit as nothing more than a shakedown, claiming it's all happening because of the success he's seen with Straw and other recent projects. But many aren't buying it, especially as more voices begin to echo similar experiences.
I say nothing to those people who think that my films focus on the struggle of black women, because they're right, it does. I'm in doing this, let me tell you something, if I get an opportunity to put a black woman on screen for people to see them in love, in happy, in joy, in pain, in struggle, what I'm doing is a service to all people so that people will know that the black women are not just strong and one thing, they are all things and they go through all of these different things. So to have an opportunity to be able to paint all of these pictures in all sides for something that I'm paying homage to my mother, to my aunt, to my sisters and friends and cousins and the things that they all went through. So that's what I would say to that.
Like we've said before, everyone can't be lying on Tyler Perry. This isn't just about trying to bring down a successful black man. Yes, he's done some good, no doubt. But people are saying he's done just as much harm along the way, and now, the victims are finally speaking up to prove it. At this point, it feels like the black community is trapped in a toxic relationship with Tyler Perry. It's time to let him go. I always had a feeling something was off with Tyler, not because of his sexuality, because honestly, no one cares if he's gay. That was never the issue. What's always bothered me is how he consistently portrays black women in his films, abused, broken, and constantly suffering. It's so repetitive and damaging that I eventually stopped watching his work altogether, and let's be real, Tyler Perry has the perfect fan base to survive these kinds of allegations, church folks who praise him no matter what. But how long can that loyalty last? So, what do y'all think? Are you tired of the struggle bus storylines? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned, because more drama is definitely on the way.